Hello.
Hello, sir. Your voice is audible, but your screen, yeah, it is now visible.
Yeah. Now you are able to see my screen, right?
Yeah, the Google Meet screen is showing.
Now you are able to see my Python screen.
Yes, sir.
You will come back and do it.
So also add the file.
You can tell them you can do it. Just go and do it.
So this is an introduction, and then this is a part language. Loading. Yeah, this is an a readable format for this thing. So here we can installation and everything I'll added. So just go through this thing. So these are the requirement list. So if you have to install all the requirements based on the specific versions, you have to go with this thing, or you have to go with the fast forward single installation. You can use this thing. So you have to create one .env file, and you have to run this file as a streamlit, and you have to mention our Python file. So these are the pre-requests, and you have to read the documentations. I'll also added those things. These are the features, and after the session I will share the GitHub link. Okay. So coming to our file. So yesterday we have completed this thing, right? So just I have to run our project. So we have to activate the virtual environment before we are starting this thing. So yesterday just we have added this some additional validations here. Like if you are not passing any additional test, or if you are not passing any content, if you are submitting the process, we are showing some error, right? So just we have to add some more logic to store in our vector databases. Currently we are not writing those logic, so we have updating here. So if we don't have we have any plain text, means we have any content in our additional text field. So in that time we have to store in our vector databases, right? So I am using the some temporary file, and we have to store the additional text, and we have to give to the test. So loader in LangChain we have different types of loaders, like if you are passing text or PDF or web scraping everything. So we have to utilize loaders, and we have to retract those things. So here I am writing the temp file. Mode means we have writing the this is a context manager and we have using which mode as a written mode. So we have to return this thing. So I am not deleting this temporary file as okay. Writing the additional text in your context manager and this is our temporary file name. Okay, so once it will done you don't need to write this thing. Now we are storing our plain text data into this some temporary file, then after we have to read that temporary file. Okay, so here we are using language service today. And here we have to pass the our absolute file path. Okay, absolute file path means we have to give the absolute path in production environment or in normally we have using we are storing the static files into the some cloud based okay like AWS or Azure S3 buckets. This type of things we have stored in the S3 buckets and we have to get the S3 URL and we have to pass in the same here. For time being we are using the local environment, right? So in local environment we have to use this thing. So here we have to import this from the Langchain community. So in Langchain community we have different types of folders. I will show you. Here we have getting the our loader and we have to convert into the document. So Langchain it is looking for the everything as in one document because while if you are searching anything it will goes to the some source documents and it will retrieve the particular related content. Based on the related content we can get the documents. So just I'm updating this thing. Okay, for plain text I'm giving hi this. Okay, if I'm clicking on the submit and process button, here it will be training means it is processing the data. Then after it will success, we can get them pop-up messages here. So it's now process. We can once it's done, we can get the process. Yeah, he can observe this is one document. Is there anything to be converted into one document? It is easy to see the observations. So here you can observe it all. Okay, and this is the content. Content will be stored in our database. It will be stored in our and contain go to documentation. We have different language formats. First, we have to import the content into this letter. So here we are using the recursive letter. It is an language for libraries. So it will gives us to test splitting the test into the multiple chunks. Okay. So this is the recursive letter text splitter. Okay. So looking for the some positional arguments here. Before we have to split the content, we have to mention how much. Here it is looking for the character count. So we have to check in single each document how many characters we have to chunk each document. So here we are going with the chunk size equal to 1000 characters. So every 1000 characters it will be converted into one new document. Okay, and percentage two. And if you have related documents like one document and you have passing some more content, it will be created nearly 5 documents. In that 5 documents, they have interlinked with or overlap with some other documents. So in that time, we have to give this chunk overlap as 100. So it will creating 100 characters of the previous document. Okay, this is a recursive text splitter. So it will be testing splitting the content. Okay, then after we have to make the some documents here. So we have splitting the those documents, the chunk of documents, and we have using some embeddings. So now we are using the now we are getting the some raw data and we are embedding like we have to add some uh, embedding format to store in this test into the vector databases. Then only we can get the similarity search based on these things. So here we are using the Google Generative AI. It is a free open source. You can also go and get the APK and you have to play around with these things. Google Generative AI. So here we have models. Models means we have lot of models like we are using for testing, right? So for test we are going with any music or any video creation, any text images creations. In that time we have used different models. So it is a final thing. Like we have storing into the Chroma DB, right? Chroma is our vector databases. So we have to use Chroma. So first we have to import those things also here from Langshan Chroma. There are a lot of chromas available here. So now we have to given some absolute path to where we are storing this vector databases in our local computer or some cloud databases. We have to mention these things. Here we have to mention documents. There are looking for this some positional arguments. They are looking for the documents. We have passing our docs. We are also it's looking for the embeddings. Which embeddings we have to going with this. So and we are going with the Google generative embeddings. Okay, and we have to set the location where it will be stored in our Chroma databases. Okay, so in that time we have using the persistent directory, so it will store based on our directory part.
Easy to understand.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, someone I think.
I think they have unmuted by mistake, sir.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay, no issues. So now we have done with these things. Just we have rerun our server. Here you can see this is our direct bed. So here we don't have any chroma DB here. So once now we are training any content. Now we are getting some directory we have created on the fly. Chroma DB and we have created one unique ID for creating those things. Like if you are going with the multi-tenant architecture in the future, like if you are joined any organization in that time, you have a requirement to create multi-tenancy. In that time, it also handle those things. Okay. Here I'm passing. Hey, hi. So I'm giving my name. If I'm clicking on the submit and process. Okay. Moments better, materials. Ready? Okay, your data timing is completed. Just now we have to check. Yeah, this is our vector databases. So here we are creating our vector databases, and our content will be stored in this vector databases. You have to check those things. We have to check with these validations and databases also. Like we have to go with project directory ones. So this is our vector databases. This is our SQLite tree. So these are the collections and embeddings. So like if you are searching anything, it will be stored in our databases. This is our string. Like we are passing content. This is string value, and it is an embeddings. So this is our string. So the embeddings will be converted to some binary format. So you have to send the binary format here. It is a block function. Okay, we have to any SQLite browser in your system. You have to go with and check. So now we are storing our content into our vector databases. Like now our second part is how can we retrieve, means retrieve our questions, or if you are asking any question in that time, how can we retrieve documents from our stored vector databases. Okay, so here we have to go with this thing where it is. So here our question, right? So who is Pranav? So if I am searching anything, now we are getting as who is Pranav. Just we are hard coding our responses, right? So just we have to go with the our user input here. So here just we have to use the embeddings here also. I'm copying these two lines. So here just we are passing the embeddings. Embedding means it is a model embeddings. We have to use while if we are retrieving any data, in that time also we need same thing. Okay. So and we have to searching for the documents. Documents means we have to looking for the databases, right? In that time we have using this thing, comma, and we have using some embedding functions here. We have to remove this thing. Okay. So and again we have to check with the no we are getting the LLM means it is a large language models. So for LLM we are using the chat Google generative AI. So here we have different types of models. Also we have retrieving those things, but it is a free model and we have to use some limit to utilizes this Gemini Pro AI. Okay, and then after we have to get we are not added any prompts or anything, just we are storing our content into the vector databases and just we have retrieving those things, right? So here we have using the retrieval chain. For retrievaling anything we have to go with this thing. It is a question and answer, right? So it has an chain, right? Chain type we are passing our LLM and chain type as tau. and we are using retriever as our databases. This thing. Um, we are only searching for the written documents only true means it will looking for the only our training data models. Now we have to pass our question here. Result equal to okay. So now we have to check these things. I think query is depreciated. It's run. So this is our responses. So here we are getting who is Pranath. It's showing this is the only content private. So this type of we need, and it is also getting the source documents. So it is looking for the documents in our databases. So getting some source from our databases. Previously we are getting page content. Hi, this is Pranath. Right? So that's why it's matching the same thing. Now here I'm adding. mm, So I'm asking Gandhi date of birth. It's showing. I am not sorry. This is an response. So we have to update those symbols. Is getting sir. I'm sorry. I cannot answer this question because we are using the written source documents equal to true, right? That's why we are getting this type of things. Now I expanding browser. So I'm copying some content here. So this is our time point. So I'm training this content here.
Just preparing a favorite meal. Honestly, I'm not joking. That same small vegetable you like. What is it?
Okay. Now our data is trained. You have to search with So now we are getting October 29, 1816. Okay. So so now we are getting a raw responses because we are not giving any prompt here, right? So that's why we are getting a raw responses. So instead of using the retrieve these things, we have to use some prompt engineering. So how can you prompt your question and how can you get the answers from our stored vector databases thing. So I'm commenting this thing, and we have to use some prompt here for getting the some good responses. Okay. So I'm writing one more function here. I don't have this different answer. So in Python we have multi-line as three documents, right? Okay. Here I'm posting. So here we are passing the variables here, our context question, and we have to. So if the question is not available, you have to give the follow-up question here. Okay. So for prompt, we have to use short prompt template. So, okay. Now we are getting completed this thing. Now we are driving prompt over. So we are declared two variables, right? Context and question. So what is a context here? Context means we have to pass our databases. Okay, database means retrieve relevant documents here. Okay, and also we have to go with some format documents here. This one function we have to write those things. And for question, So it is a LangChain inbuilt function. We have to calling this thing. We have passing our prompt here, and LLM we have to pass in the chat GPT thing, and here we have to pass in the output parser. We have one more function here, which is in simple. So just we are joining our documents here. Okay, now we have completed everything. This result equal to reaction. We have a passing user question here. A passing result. So now we have added previously we asked Gandhi. In that time we are getting some unrelated answer. Right? Now we are getting this thing. Okay. So in our documents we don't have that much content. Let me try with some other content here also. And then we have disconnect and again one service server. Okay.
Hello, sir. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
If the session is over, can we have question and answer session for 10 minutes?
Yeah. Sure.
Participants, if you have any questions, you can directly ask to Prinath, sir.
So this is we have done Ramcharan data, right? So now we are getting this thing, and we have to ask any question related to Ramcharan or anything. It will be based on our train. Okay, Ramcharan. Okay, cool guys. We have to update. We have to extend these things into. We have to add some more logic here to write for documentations, PDFs, and web scraping for. We have to using any external website to train those data in our applications. We have to make it these extensions. Okay. So do you have any questions? Anyone have?